Captain James Reed leaned forward in his command chair, staring at the blinking light on his console. The emergency beacon signal was weak, barely perceptible against the cosmic background radiation, but it was unmistakably human in origin. "Analysis," he ordered, his voice cutting through the quiet hum of the bridge. Lieutenant Anna Patel's fingers flew across her terminal. "Confirmed human distress signal, sir. It's coming from the Orion sector, approximately 12 light-years from our position. Signal pattern matches colony outpost Epsilon." James frowned. Epsilon was an experimental research station established at the edge of known space, a gesture of goodwill toward the Galactic Confederation. The humans had been allowed one research outpost as part of their probationary status in the interstellar community. "Time since signal initiation?" he asked. 3 standard days, Captain," Anna replied, her dark eyes troubled. 3 days was an eternity in terms of emergency responses. The Confederation ships stationed closer to Epsilon would have responded immediately, unless they couldn't, or wouldn't. "Get me fleet command," James ordered. The holographic display flickered to life, revealing Admiral Tom Wilson's weathered face. The lines around his eyes had deepened since the last time they'd spoken. "I see you've detected it too, Captain," the Admiral said without preamble. "Yes, sir. Requesting permission to investigate." The Admiral's expression hardened. "The Confederation Council has explicitly denied our request to send ships to Epsilon. They claim it's a technical malfunction." "With respect, sir, we both know that's impossible. The Epsilon beacon has 7 redundant systems." "I'm aware, Captain." The Admiral's voice dropped. "Which is why I'm issuing Protocol Omega-7. James sat straighter. Protocol Omega-7 was never discussed openly, a contingency plan developed in the shadows of diplomatic smiles and handshakes. A plan that acknowledged humanity's precarious position in the galactic community. "Understood, sir. The Intrepid will proceed to Epsilon immediately. Not just the Intrepid, Captain." The Admiral's gaze was steel. All of them. The communication ended and James turned to his first officer. "Commander Lee, send the coded burst transmission. All Earth vessels, all colonies. Convergence point. Epsilon." The commander's eyes widened slightly, but he nodded and carried out the order without hesitation. Across human space, the message propagated. On planets, moons, and space stations, military vessels and civilian ships with military reserves received the same directive. From the industrial platforms of Mars to the ice mines of Europa, from the research bases on Proxima Centauri b to the farthest human settlements, the response was immediate and unified. The humans were coming. High Counselor Vrax of the Galactic Confederation stared out at the vast expanse of stars from his office on Central Station. His species, the Taurians, had been among the founding members of the Confederation 10,000 years ago. They had seen civilizations rise and fall, had guided countless species into the galactic community. But the humans troubled him. His aide, Nyx, entered with a data crystal. "The human representative is requesting another audience, High Counselor." "Denied," Vrax said, his forearms gesturing dismissively. "The matter of Outpost Epsilon has been addressed. Their distress signal was triggered by a system malfunction." "But sir," Nyx hesitated, "our technicians haven't actually confirmed the—" "Matter is closed," Vrax said firmly. "The quarantine of Epsilon will continue as planned. The humans' request for a rescue mission is denied." "Yes, High Counselor," Nyx said, bowing slightly before leaving. Vrax turned back to the viewport. The humans were dangerous. Everyone knew that. Their homeworld, classified as a death world, had produced beings of exceptional durability and aggression. The Confederation had reluctantly accepted their application for membership, but only under strict conditions. Limited ships, limited weapons, limited expansion. It was better this way. The research team on Epsilon had discovered something they shouldn't have, evidence of the Confederation's true assessment of humanity as a potential threat. The quarantine would ensure their silence, and the malfunction story would pacify Earth. A chime sounded, and Nyx returned, his skin pale. "High Counselor, urgent report from the Outer Surveillance Network." "What is it?" "Ships, sir. Human ships. hundreds of them converging on Epsilon from all directions. Impossible, Vrax whispered. Their fleet consists of only 27 military vessels. Nick swallowed. These aren't just military vessels, sir, they're everything. Cargo haulers retrofitted with weapons, science vessels, colony ships, mining platforms, even their private enterprise vessels. All of them armed, all of them coming. The implications struck Vrax like a physical blow. The humans had hidden their true capabilities, dispersing their military potential across their entire civilian fleet. Every ship they'd ever built could become a weapon of war. How long until they reach Epsilon, he asked. The first vessels will arrive in approximately 6 hours. Vrax's mind raced. Send the order to our ships at Epsilon. The containment must be maintained at all costs. Dr. Ellie Morgan huddled with the remaining research team in the central lab of Outpost Epsilon. Of the original 27 scientists and technicians, only 12 remained. The others had been taken by the Confederation peacekeeping force that had arrived 3 days ago. The signal got through, she told them, her voice barely above a whisper. Someone's coming. Marcus, their security officer, looked skeptical. The Confederation has this whole system blockaded. Even if Earth sent help, they'd never make it past those battle cruisers. Ellie smiled grimly. You don't understand what we are, Marcus. What Earth is. What do you mean? We come from a world that tried to kill us every day of our evolution. Our bodies contain fail-safes upon fail-safes, and so does our civilization. She looked around at her team. Earth didn't just send help, they sent everyone. The facility shuddered as another Confederation ship entered orbit. Through the viewport, they could see more vessels joining the blockade. They're bringing in reinforcements, Marcus said bleakly. So are we, Ellie replied. The first human ships dropped out of faster-than-light travel at the edge of the Epsilon system, a mining vessel and 3 cargo haulers. The Confederation cruisers moved to intercept. Then came more. Dozens, then hundreds of human vessels, appearing from all directions. Military destroyers alongside science vessels, colony ships, next to private yachts, all of them converging, all of them armed. On the bridge of the Intrepid, Captain James Reed watched the tactical display as the human fleet, the entire human fleet, surrounded the Confederation blockade. Open a channel, he ordered. The face of the Confederation commander appeared on screen, mandibles twitching in agitation. This is Captain James Reed of Earth. You are holding our people against their will. Release them immediately. You have violated Confederation space with an illegal military force, the commander replied. Withdraw immediately or face consequences. James E. smiled thinly. Look around you, Commander. Every human ship in existence is here. This isn't a military action. This is who we are. He leaned forward. We asked politely to check on our people. You refused. Now we're not asking anymore. The human armada closed in, weapons primed, a species united by a single emergency signal and the simple, undeniable truth that the Galactic Confederation was about to learn. Never threaten a species that evolved on a death world. They always have one more redundancy than you expect.